What if the prison walls around your dreams weren't made of steel, but fear? What if the limits on your potential were not placed by the world, but by your own belief in what's possible? There once was a man who spent 27 years locked behind bars. Not because he had done wrong, but because he stood for what was right. And when the world expected him to rise with bitterness, he came back with peace. His name, Nelson Mandela. And today, his story might just be the thing that changes your life forever. Mandela once said, "It always seems impossible until it is done." Think about that. Every mountain, every challenge, every so-called impossibility once looked too big, too far, too hard until someone did it. That means the dream you're scared to chase might only feel impossible because you haven't started climbing yet. The fear isn't proof that you shouldn't begin. It's proof that the journey matters. Mandela didn't wait for the world to give him permission to be great. He didn't say, "I'll fight for justice when it's easy," or "I'll lead when everyone agrees with me." He decided, "Even if I must walk alone, I will walk anyway." That's what power looks like. Not muscles, not money, not a loud voice, but unshakable purpose. And here's what you need to hear. You have that same power. Maybe you've faced rejection. Maybe people have misunderstood you, laughed at your dreams, or told you to be realistic. But Mandela teaches us, you don't have to accept the world as it is. You can fight for the world as it should be. Your circumstances are not your identity. Your pain is not your future. Your past is not your prison. What made Mandela great wasn't that he was fearless. It was that he faced his fear. He stood in front of it and didn't run. He understood that courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward despite it. You feel afraid? Good. That means you're on the edge of something powerful. Fear only shows up when something matters, when something is worth it. So what are you running from? What dream have you buried under "maybe later" or "what if I fail"? This is your moment, not next week, not when things calm down. Now, because freedom is not something handed to you, it's something you decide to fight for, one choice at a time. Mandela once said, "I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul." Those are not just words, they are a challenge. A challenge to stop waiting for perfect timing, to stop blaming others, to stop living small because of fear. You are the captain. That means it's your hand on the wheel. You decide if you drift or drive. You choose whether your pain becomes a prison or a platform. Now think about the obstacles in your life right now. Maybe it's lack of support. Maybe it's failure. Maybe it's self-doubt. Mandela faced all of those and still walked out of prison with peace in his heart and vision in his eyes. That's not weakness. That's real power. And here's something we often forget. Forgiveness is not letting others off the hook. It's setting yourself free. Mandela knew that hatred is a chain. It binds you to the pain. But forgiveness, that's the key that unlocks your future. Who or what do you need to let go of to step into your power? Your time is now, not because the world is perfect, but because you've waited long enough. Mandela spent 27 years behind bars and still came out to lead a nation. What excuse do you have that's stronger than that? None. And that's not meant to shame you. It's meant to liberate you. You have more in you than you've shown, more strength, more discipline, more fire. But you've got to stop looking at your reflection through other people's opinions. Mandela didn't become a leader because people believed in him. He became a leader because he believed in himself first. He once said, "A winner is a dreamer who never gives up." So ask yourself, are you still dreaming or have you settled? Have you stopped reaching because life hit you hard? Understand this. Pain is part of the process. Growth is uncomfortable, but quitting doesn't get you to peace. It just gives you regret. When Mandela walked out of prison, he didn't demand revenge. He demanded a better future. You have that same opportunity every single day. You can choose to react or to rise, to be bitter or to build, to stay stuck in excuses or start stepping into excellence. This isn't just motivation, it's a movement. A movement of people like you who are tired of playing small, who are ready to take the long road if it means a real transformation, who understand that success isn't fast and freedom isn't free, but it's worth fighting for. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to begin. Every great life started with a first step. Mandela didn't change South Africa overnight, but he started with a vision, and he kept walking, no matter how dark the road got. You can do the same. Look in the mirror, not at your flaws, not at your failures, but at your fire. That part of you that's still burning, that still believes, that still wants more. Feed that fire, protect it, nurture it, and let it light the way forward. There is no passion to be found in playing small, Mandela said, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. So stop shrinking, stop playing it safe. You weren't made for mediocrity, you were made for greatness. Yes, it will be hard, yes, it will take time, but it will be worth it. Because what's the alternative? A life of regrets, of wondering what if? You weren't born to just exist. You were born to lead, to rise, to inspire, just like Mandela did. And if he could do that, after 27 years in a cell, what's stopping you? This is your time, your moment, your day one. Stop waiting for permission. Start becoming the person your future will thank you for. Channel Mandela's courage, his vision, his fire, and go after the life that's been waiting for you all along.